Okay, so what we're going to talk to you guys about tonight is what we do when we say we're working. I know when I first started, and all the girls who had been in for a while would say, I've been working for an hour, I'm going to sit down and work. Or if I had a few minutes to work, I didn't know what that looked like. And to be honest, it looks a lot different today than it did when I started. It looks a lot different today than when Ariana started. But what we do right now is what's working. It's how Ariana was a top enroller in not just Alyssa's team, in Ashley's whole team last month. It's how I did it the month before. It's working. So when we say this is what we're doing to work, and you're wondering how we're getting all these customers and distributors, this is what we're doing. So that's why I shared that link. Again, I'll share it at the end, that has all of the scripts. I literally copied them from what I say. I have some Ariana's in there. It's exactly what we use. Okay. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. There's no need to make it harder than it is, because we can, you can just copy us and it'll work. Okay. So I have a full-time job, as pretty much all you guys know. So I have to build this business in tiny pockets of time throughout my day. Sometimes that's my lunch break. Sometimes that's bathroom breaks. And then in the evening, I have time. I don't have kids. I'm not married. So I do have a little bit more time in the evening, but I also get chronic migraines. So a lot of nights I am in bed at like 8:30 because I can't handle it anymore. So I've had to learn how to build this business efficiently in tiny pockets of time. And Ariana has a kid and is pregnant with her second, and is her first is at home with her all day. So she also has to build this business in tiny pockets of time. And this is how we do it. The two big things that we need to do to make more money is ask. We are professional askers. When you join this business, we're not salespeople, we're not pushers, none of that. We are professional askers. It is not our job to make the decision for them. It is our job to ask them if they're interested in products or the company. The other thing we do is we build our network. We are network marketers. There will come a time when you've been in a year, probably 9 months to a year, where you have tapped out everyone in your market that you knew when you started. And that's why we have to grow that network. I think I had maybe 1,500 Facebook friends when I started 5.5 years ago. I think in the 4,000s now, because I've spent that time consistently growing that network. Are all those people customers? No, I just signed someone yesterday who had been watching me for years. And that's the name of the game, you guys. It's planting those seeds, and you never know when they're going to be ready. But host to post is what is going to help you do those two things. It's going to help you ask people who you know are already interested. Is that the best? Because you're not like, oh, I don't know if you care. You're going to ask people that you already know who are interested in what we have, and you're going to grow your network. And so Ariana is going to go over what the heck host to post is. If you know what it is, explains it, because when your team starts growing, you're going to need to know how to explain it to your team. So take notes, whatever you want to do. It's going to be important.
Hello, ladies. So host to post is basically a big, huge referral system is what it is. Host to post is when you have somebody host a post for you on their wall. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, it can be a complete stranger. It doesn't matter. But it is literally the fastest way to grow your network and find people who have weight loss goals, who have health and wellness goals, who need extra income. Because as soon as somebody posts for you on their wall, you immediately tap into their network. So their friends and their family and their network, not all of them are going to see the posts, because that's not how Facebook works, but the majority of them will. And so that gives you instant access to brand new people who you can add as a friend, who will new eyes on your feed, on your story. And so it's literally like, 95% of the people that I sign are complete strangers. So if you come into this business and you're like, I don't have anyone, like, I don't know who I would sell to, I don't know who would be interested, it doesn't matter, because the people that you're going to be signing are people that you don't know. All the distributors on my team, except for Crystal, I met them all through Host to Post. So that just goes to show you the power of this system and that it truly does work. And like Lindsay said, every once in a while, you'll get people who comment on a Host to Post who are like, oh, I'm not interested. I just wanted to participate. And you'll be like, okay, well, but most of the time when they comment, that shows that, okay, they're at least they have some interest instead of just like messaging random people trying to see if they have any kind of weight loss goal or any kind of skincare goal or any, it just narrows down this big, huge group of people. Yeah, that's Host to Post in a nutshell.
Yes, and I will say, like, even if you have someone host a post for you and you only get one comment, but then that person hosts a post for you and you get 10, that's 10 more people in your network and that you wouldn't have known otherwise. So it's, Kaylee, I don't even know where you're parking. Go somewhere. So it's a great way to build your network, again, with complete strangers. As long as you're being authentic and showing you and your life on your page like you should be anyway, they're going to trust you because you're a person and you're being authentic, right? Okay. How the heck do you find people to message? We started doing it giveaways. Gosh, it was like at the end of 2018, and we did little ones, and now they're huge, you know, Louis Vuitton purses and $500, $1,000, like they're huge now. Okay, so basically, if you've never heard of this, what we do is we team up with Sidelines, and we all like we throw in $5. You don't have to throw in money the first month that you're in, but if you want to participate, I think it's after your first 2 months or something, you Venmo Alyssa $5. She takes the pot and they give it to the person who's going to be giving it away. That's how we can afford to do these things. At the first of every month, there will be a post on the Success Squad page that has what the giveaway is, instructions for if you have to buy in, you know, how long you've been in, and it's always just $5. And once you do that, you comment, I've sent my money, and you have the ability to utilize these giveaways for your Host to Post. Okay, so then what we get to do is we get to put up giveaway posts, which I'm sure you've all seen mine or Ariana's, you've done them yourself. It's the drop, I'm giving away $1,000 at the end of the month. Drop your birthday month for a chance to win. You know, those posts, the watermelon post that went like crazy earlier. It's like, I literally last night just got done going through all those comments on that post. And, you know, we just pull them out of our butts, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and you just never know. So sometimes you might put a giveaway post up, it gets nothing, it gets 1. Sometimes you do it and it gets 98 comments. You never know. We don't do them every day. I try to do them once a week. If I am working through a post, maybe twice a month, like that's what this one's kind of looking like it's going to be, because I just put another one up and it's going crazy. That's one way. And you work your way through those comments. The document that I linked to in the chat has the script for that, for what we send them. And then the people who comment on that post, you can send them a post to put up. And again, there are post examples on that document of what you can send them. Now, my recommendation, so that you don't run out of comments ever, is the people that you're friends with, write this down because it's not in the document. The people that you're friends with that you maybe have 4 or fewer friends in common, and they maybe have more than 500 Facebook friends, give them a giveaway Host to Post. What that's going to do is it's going to have them throw up a, hey, my friend Lindsay is giving away $1,000, drop your favorite color for a chance to win, and she'll touch. They're going to comment on that. I'm going to friend all those people. I'm going to say, hey, oh, the words just went out of my brain. Oh, can I send you a friend request to get your entry? So I can send you information about your entry. Yes. You send them all that. And again, that verbiage is in the document. And then they do a Host to Post. So now you have someone who's a stranger who maybe has 1,000 friends, posting about your coffee to all their 1,000 friends that you never would have known. And that gets you all these other people who are then going to add you because they want to talk to you about the coffee. And then they're going to watch your posts and maybe comment on your giveaway hosted post, and then they'll do a hosted post for you. It's this whole cycle. So I like to give the people, again, who have 4 fewer mutual friends and probably around 500 or more Facebook friends, a giveaway hosted post. Everyone else, I do a product or a distributor. And I do the distributor ones. I'm sure people just do it randomly. I like to do it with people who I get excited about them. Like, I want to work with them. I give them a distributor hosted post because a lot of people will come back and say, what's this about? Tell me more. I've signed distributors from doing that. And then if you have gone through everything and you have no comments to get through, which at the beginning might happen. As you build your network more, you're going to get more and more friends. You're not going to run out of comments, but at the beginning you might. So then we go to your dirt list message. At the beginning, when you make your dirt list message, your chicken noodle soup message of your biggest supporters, maybe they told you no, maybe they already ordered. You're going to go back and ask them to do a hosted post for you. And these people love you. They should say yes. And then the other way to do it, if they've said no, or they've already done that and you don't run out of comments, then you're going to do what we call green light messaging. Green light messaging is where you go to Messenger and you go to active. And there's these green dots by everyone who's active. You can go and select someone who you maybe know from high school or you know from college, and there's a message in the document. It's called a green light message. And you send them a message, and it's not just asking them for a favor. It's saying, hey, I've got this giveaway. Would you mind putting a post up for me and I can enter you in to win the $1,000 or whatever? And it's like, if not, no problem. Have a great day. Like, it's really nice. You can reword it to sound like you. And that's what we do. And a lot of people will do it. A lot of people will do it if you don't offer anything, but we like to, give them a chance to win something. So those are 3 ways to never run out of comments. If you've run out of comments and you've done all those things, contact your sponsor, because there's got to be something else we can do, or maybe a different kind of giveaway post, maybe post at a different time of the day. I don't always post my giveaway posts at the same time. Sometimes I get it with the morning crowd. Sometimes I do the late night people. Today I did lunch break. So yeah, you should always have people to reply to their message, send them either a hosted post or, just send them a hosted post. We're still on that. Okay, go ahead. To encroach on Ariana's next topic, but she's going to go over how to do it.
Yes. So if you do a giveaway post, we're just going to go with that because that is going to be your go-to for finding people to post for you. So when they comment with whatever, like I just did, Apple or Android, when they comment, I just have I have a particular way that I do things, just because I have a lot of repeat people who I know they're going to post for me no matter what. And so I leave them for last. So I go in and find everybody that is new, that I know has not done a hosted post for me. And I'll like their comment and I'll say, hey, I'm messaging you or inboxing you something. And then I will shoot them a message that says, hey girl, I saw your comment on my giveaway post. We're blessing one person with $500 to confirm your entry. Then you go through your whole spiel. When they say yes, then I send them the hosted post. And I'm very adamant about not tagging me. And I would suggest that you guys do the same, just because if you have a bunch of people tagging you, it's going to clog up your news feed. I feel like it jacks with your algorithm and not as many people see it. So what I say is once they say yes, I send a message that says, okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Just copy and paste the message below, but don't tag me. Sometimes I capitalize don't, just so that they can see. That's emphasized. Don't tag me. Just come back here and let me know once it's posted, and I'll get your name into the drawing. And then right after I send that message, I'll send the actual hosted post. I like to send it separately so that all they have to do is copy and paste that onto their thing, so they don't have to delete anything or go through. It's just that message, copy and paste it. And then once they let me know that it's up, I will go to their page should I share my screen and show this, Lindsay, or should I just walk through it?
Just walk through it. It's pretty
Okay.
self-explanatory.
Okay, so once they say they've posted it, go to their wall, find the post, and then you're gonna look in the top right-hand corner of the post and you'll see 3 little dots. Click on it, hit save post, and it'll say create collection, and then you'll just create a collection for whatever month we're in. So August 2020 host HAPS, HAPS. So you create that, and then every person that posts for you, you are going to go in and save that to the collection. So that's the very first thing I do. Then I screenshot it. I go to the Success Squad team page, which everybody should be added to. And you find the giveaway post, you go to the comment section, and you are going to comment that screenshot into the comment section. And that is how you enter all of your followers for the giveaway. And so once I do that, and I do it the same way every time, because if I don't, I've literally like missed the screenshot and I caught it, but you just want to make sure that you do that first, like no matter what. And then I'll go back and I will say, thank you so much. I always give them a rundown of, I've got you entered, the winner will be selected September 1st and contacted directly. And then should I go into asking if, well, I guess I don't know if we're doing it this round, but I send a message that says 2 things. Would you like another entry next week? And then do you have any health and wellness goals? Or are you interested in trying any plant-based products or making any extra income from home? That's just like a synopsis of what I say. It's like a little more detailed than that.
Yeah, I have a thank you note too. I don't think I added that to the document, but I can, and it'll update live after I add that. So you'll.
Okay, that's signed me quite a few customers that wouldn't have been otherwise if I would have just thanked them and then left it at that. So make sure that you're throwing that in there, if they want a second entry, and also would they be interested in trying any of the products or learning how to make some extra income from home.
The worst thing they can say is no, and you'll be okay. Again, we're just askers.
And so usually when somebody says they will post for me, I will go in and kind of how Lindsay said, to see like how many friends you have in common or how many followers. I'll go and see like the kinds of things that they post. If they're just like constantly sharing things like from other people's walls, chances are they're not going to get a whole lot of hits, just because that's how Facebook works. So I will usually I don't do a giveaway post for those people. I do a heart post or like a coffee samples post. If somebody is super negative and has a bunch of cuss words or just a bunch of like not good stuff in their feed, you guys, you don't want to go even deeper into their network, because chances are there's going to be a lot of people that are similar to that. So stay away from giveaway posts and stay away from distributor posts for those. Like if you see any of that, those are usually like signs that you don't want that. So do a TFX or a coffee samples, something that's just like quick and you don't need to go any deeper into their network. So that's usually how I decide who's going to post what. I advise that you guys keep it simple. Don't have a bunch of posts for the same thing. So pick one giveaway post, one like weight loss post, one distributor post until you get the hang of it. Because if you have all these different, it's just going to be overwhelming and you're going to be having like 90 million different conversations about 90 million different things. So make it simple. Start with those. Just make sure that every time you are sending a post to a new person that you are tweaking it in some way, shape, or form. Different emojis, capital letters, numbers instead of letters. Like if you're saying I need 5 people, you can do the number 5 or spell it out. Just make sure that you're changing up the wording, because Facebook likes original content. And if you are sending the same post over and over and over again, chances are the more you use it, it's just not going to get seen. So make sure that you're switching it up, changing up the wording. There's one more thing that I wanted to, when somebody does a hosted post for you and you're going into comment, make sure that you like their comment and then ask if it's okay to send them a friend request so that you can send them extra info or so that you can confirm their entry for if it's like a giveaway post. So that will let people know, hey, to be on the lookout for your friend request, because a lot of people don't like getting friend requests from random people. They won't accept it. So make sure that you're asking before you send a friend request, and then message them after they accept your friend request. That's very important, because otherwise it won't go through and they'll never see it. So I think that is all I have for that. Lindsay, did you want to piggyback and add anything, or did I miss anything? Because I know that there's a little bit more details than that, but it's like,
you'll learn it as you go. These are the main
yeah.
things. And if you have a question as you go, we're here, you guys, you know that. We're always here. I do want to piggyback off of, if the person that will host a post for you came from a host a post, I usually give them a different one to put up.
Yeah.
So even if I want to give them a product one, I scroll up to the top of our message set, and I know my first initial message for each host a post, and I'm like, oh, they came from a heart hap. I'm going to give them a TFX one, or I'm going to give them a coffee one. And that's just to like keep it, just change it up so it's not always the same thing. And plus, if they came from that one, some people in their network would have probably seen the old one. And then for the giveaway hap, so if I did drop your birthday month and that's the one they came from, I'm not going to also give them a drop your birthday month. I'm going to give them a favorite color one or something different. So I just don't like to repeat those things.
And also really quickly, if you send them a host a post and they never come back with, hey, I posted it, go check their wall anyway, if it's been a day or two, because a lot of people, they won't tell you that they posted it. But make sure you're following up with your host a post. So if it's been a few days and you haven't heard anything back, just say, hey, did you still want an entry into our giveaway? And then some people will be like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Yes. And they'll put the post up, or they'll be like, oh yeah, I put that up 2 days ago. So just make sure that you're following up with all of your host a post people. And if they ignore you after that, well, then there's nothing you can do about it. On to the next.
And then the other thing I like to do when I'm going through and the comments of a post that someone's put up for me is, before I reply to their comment, I click on their page, go to message, and I go ahead and I auto-populate the message that I would be sending them anyway. Because when you really get on the roll of doing this, I'm sure, Shayla's been there, Robin's been there. And I love how Robin is frozen taking a swig of beer. That is so funny. Okay, you're back. But you just start getting these friend request confirmations. You're like, I don't know where this person came from. And so instead of having to go figure out where they came from, all you have to do is click message, and the message is already there. You press send. That's a tip I learned from a different double diamond. It's the best thing ever. It's a huge time saver. And it's just less confusion whenever you get all these confirmations. You're not like, you just press send. Okay. And then I'm going to go over really quick organization, because like I just said, when you're really on a roll, you're like, you have all these new people, you don't recognize any of their names. It's so hard to remember them all. So I use a tracker. There's a bajillion trackers. If you just search HAP tracker on the Success Squad page, there will be a million, and you can find one, tweak it, figure out what works for you, try one. If it doesn't work, I use this where I don't write down the people who post for me, because that's what I use my collection for. My collection of August 2020 host a post on Facebook, that's my list of people who's hosted a post for me. I don't need to write that down. That I don't repeat things. I don't have time for that, or the energy to write down names in multiple spots. What I do is, once someone accepts my friend request and I've sent them a message, I write their name down. Then and only then I write their name down. Then what I do is, once they've responded to me and they've maybe sent me 2 messages, like 2 back and forths, I highlight them in yellow, okay? And then once I sign them, I go over it in orange. That's how I track it. So I have pages, this is a blank one. I have pages full of random names, and I always write like the type of post it came from weight loss, DT, coffee, detox, so that when I'm at a glance and there's a coffee sale, I can go through and just not even bother opening up my distributor ones. And then if there's a BBK sale, the business builder kit sale, I can go through and just follow up with the distributor ones really quick. And that's what I do. Figure out a way that works for you. Again, there's a ton of trackers, make your own, doesn't matter. Just find a way that works for you. And if you're anything like me, your organizational system will work for roughly 9 months before it all goes to crap and you have to find another one so that your brain can keep up with it. Because there will be months where your binder or folder or whatever you're using just explodes on your living room floor because you're signing so many people and you're like, I have to find a new way because this is clearly not working. So give yourself some grace. Figure it out. It's trial and error. I've been doing this for 5.5 years. I've had like 20 different organizational systems based on what's working for me at that time. So don't be hard on yourself. Just figure it out a little bit by a little bit. The other thing I use to save a lot of time is WordBoard. WordBoard is God's gift to our business. It's the best thing ever. It's basically a keyboard, you know, when you can switch between keyboards, like the basic ones are just emoji or letters. Well, it's a keyboard. And what it does is you can, I don't think that Androids, oh no, this is going to end soon. Hold on. Okay. I don't know that Androids have it. You'll have to Google, but basically it's just, I'm trying to open it. See, you can have different folders. So like I have a host a post folder, and when you click it, it's got like weight loss, host a post, message 1. And I click it and it auto populates the message that I send to everyone who has a weight loss one, right? And then it has message 2. And I do know you tweak it, but WordBoard's amazing. Download it if you don't have it. And I used to use my notes app and like search and copy and paste and search. And this is so much faster just to press a button and it auto populates. Use your calendar on your phone or your planner if you're a written person. I use my iCal on my phone and I set alerts whenever someone's like, I need to order next Wednesday. Okay, they go, the second they tell me that, they go in my calendar on Wednesday with an alert. The second an alert comes up, I message them. I don't clear it and wait, I'll forget. So I use that. There's little dots all over my calendar on my iCal because those are all follow-ups. If you're a planner person, use a planner. If whatever, just find something that works for you so that those follow-ups don't fall through the cracks, because you will maybe sign 4 people all year that come from your first conversation. It doesn't happen. You have to follow up, even if it's just the next day, but follow up, follow up, follow up. And then my last tip, this is not an organizational thing, but go through your feed when you're about to do a bunch of host-to-posts, because what people might do is they might look at you to see if they even want to accept your friend request. And so go through your feed. I keep all of my personal posts about my life, about me, funny stuff, all that public. And then I keep all my business stuff friends only, because I don't want someone to see my page and think, oh, she's just going to try to sell me something. They don't know me. They don't know my heart. They don't know how I approach my business. They don't know that I have integrity, but maybe they met someone who did network marketing who didn't have integrity or any of those things. Kaylee, what are you doing? Sorry, my dog's like freaking out. You just don't know. And so that's what I do. And then go through your page with a fine tooth comb and think, hey, if I was someone who didn't know me and I saw this page, would I want to be her friend? And kind of think about that. Edit your page. I've deleted posts like at end of month when I'm doing like product post, trying to get those last minute orders in. I go back 2 days later and I delete them, kind of clean up my news feed. So that's another huge tip I have.
Quick question, Lens. That's a good idea because my page is not set up like that. And so that will be happening ASAP.
And sometimes I forget to do it, but right when I go to do a big hosted post work session, I edit my privacy.
And so you just go in and do that individual for each post, right? Okay. Yeah, because I think all mine are set to public at this point.
Yeah.
So set it to friends. Okay.
And on your phone, you can even like go through to the little settings or dots or whatever when you go to your profile and click view as, and you'll have a view of what your profile will look like if you're like if someone's not your friend. So you can kind of see what they see and be like, well, I didn't know me. I don't know that I'd friend someone that had that. And it could be just my own personal before and afters, but maybe that day that girl's not in the mood to see someone's before and afters. So like my family, Kaylee, funny stuff, Bible stuff, that's what's public. The me part of it is public so that they can kind of get to know me as a person and when they accept my friend request.
Okay. Uh-oh. Good to know. Well, I'll be doing that this evening. Mm-hmm.